Mike Stone in the house. You look like a kid who spent a week in a candy shop with all the great material Jose Valverde provided you this week.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was spectacular. It was Papa Grande at his finest. Here's what I don't understand. Okay, they get rid of him. They designate him for assignment, which is wonderful. Why are they giving him a chance to go back to Toledo and possibly get his stuff together so he can come
We're
back?
shipping him out of town.
Yes.
We're done with him, except we're not done with him.
Right. I understand it really is not going to make that much difference unless he is lights out in Toledo. But just be done with it. Throw that bone to your fans. The fans don't want anything to do with the guy. They want to remember him from what he was when he was 49 of 49. You know, you go back and people are still hung up on what happened in the playoffs last year against the Yankees and the implosion, which they should, and all the games he's blown this year.
Baseball is such a mental game. I think, truthfully, fans, educated fans, any fan, would want to lose with a guy like Drew Smyly, Albuquerque, Benoit.
Yeah.
Get Valverde out of the equation because he's a mental case. Unfortunately, it's sad to watch sometimes because you worry about the guy's well-being, but lose with those guys instead.
Right, and I think it affects the team. No matter, they love him. I do understand that, but I think it affects them. And look, let's talk about this team. They didn't have a great week. They were 4-3, did not play well against Baltimore. Much better against the Red Sox. They were fortunate. Peralta with the big key clutch hit.
Oof.
And they had some big runs today late. And going in this week, I was checking it. They were worst in the American League in runs from the sixth inning on, after the sixth inning. So up until this week, they really hadn't been getting any quote-unquote clutch hits. They got some today. A little help from the umpire today,
Yeah.
we must say. But, and Verlander, this week.
We've been here before, and I've asked you, is it cause for concern? Are we spoiled? And you said spoiled. But now it's kind of been stringing together a few bad outings.
I mean, the only good outing he's had recently is the one where Papa Grande blew the game in Kansas City. I still think most great pitchers go through this in their career. He hasn't been awful. He just has not been Verlander-esque. And it's not his velocity.
Right.
He doesn't appear hurt. He just can't put the ball where he wants it. And hopefully he'll figure that out. So he's not going to have a season like he had last year, or of course the amazing season of 2011.
And like he said earlier, good for him. He's on a team where they have pitching that can support him, pick him up, hitting that can pick him up like today.
Right, and right now you'd have to say he's the third best pitcher on the team, starting pitcher. You'd have to say that.
Kind of weird to say.
Yeah, it is very
But
weird.
it is kind of
true.
true.
I mean, Scherzer, we got to give him tons of credit. And, even though his record doesn't show it, I think Fister's been really good too.
I agree with you. Looking at the NBA draft, what direction? I'm not going to put you on the spot and tell me to predict this unpredictable draft, but what direction do you want to see them go? Point guard, small forward, big man?
Well, when you have a coach who's a point guard, a new coach, someone tells me he wants,
guy?
Yeah, that like Trey Burke might be who they want. But I think the Pistons, they need to get more athletic, especially in the wing position, the forward position. And I don't know if he'll be there, but Anthony Bennett at UNLV would be perfect for what they need. I don't think he'll be there. I'd even, and I know Joe Dumars is probably sitting there saying, you got to be crazy, take a chance on a head case. Shabazz Muhammad, tons of talent.
His dad's the problem.
I know, and he's a great scorer. That's what they need. Okay, so he doesn't know how to play defense right now. He doesn't pass the ball a lot.
He'll fit in well in the NBA.
Well, you know what? That's true. But you know what, Brad? They need somebody who can score. And Knight's so inconsistent. Drummond and Monroe are there. This team, for them to get better, they're going to have to make some sort of trade too. And who knows what that's going to be.
You need a superstar. You need a guy at the three that can make the difference, which was on exhibit in the finals, which were super exciting. And in my point of view, LeBron needs to do no more. He's cemented his spot. And he can only do more now from this on.
Well, cemented his spot, I mean, as far as...
Among the greats, and now he can only do more.
Yeah, I mean, for him, maybe another title. You'll always have, because of talk radio and this type of stuff, LeBron, Michael. Michael's the greatest of all time. As of now. Well, except I'm biased. I think Will Chamberlain was, but that's a whole different argument. But in modern basketball, it's still Michael. But LeBron does things that Michael can't do. Michael couldn't defend like LeBron can defend. Michael couldn't drive like LeBron can drive. But Michael had more of a killer instinct, and Michael's a better outside shooter. Although in Game 7, that's what LeBron did.
I know.
He just drained Jays. It was incredible.
Which leads perfectly into your Stonehead this week.
Oh, yeah, and Stonehead, well, it could have been Aaron Hernandez, or it could have been the umpire in the game today. But the Stonehead is the San Antonio Spurs. You're up 5 points with 28 seconds left. How do you lose? How do you let that championship slip away? It's so Bill Buckner-esque from the Red Sox of 1986. Crazy. Leonard, All he had to do was make 2 free throws. He made 1. All they had to do was get a rebound. Instead, Bosch finally makes the play, gets it out to Allen, kicks the 3. And then even in Game 7, it wasn't the choke that Game 6 was, Tim Duncan.
The bunny.
Yeah, and the follow-up. Spurs. Choke! Stonehead.
Mike Stone driving with them every morning on your way to work. Thanks as always for joining us.
All right, Brad.
Stoney's Stonehead of the Week is brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage bankers. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.